Without taking too much of the time, we'll just begin. Let me see. All right, we'll do this. Okay, so first of all, thank you everybody for taking the time from your day to sit in for the orientation event. It is very much appreciated. So to start off the session, I would like to first start with a short introduction of myself, our team members, and then we can move on to the training module. Hello everyone, I'm Neha. I am the marketing manager here at Extratech, and joining us in the session is 𝐿𝐫𝐺. He is going to be a trainer and your mentor for the course. So in today's session, we are going to be discussing about Extratech's training program as a whole, very briefly, and then we're going to be discussing about the course and the course components, and of course the program inclusions. And in the end, we are going to have a very short Q&A session as well. So to begin, let's start with Extratech and the training program. I will give you a very brief overview of the program and what it entails. So to put it shortly, Extratech was primarily established as a company that provided ICT education and job empowerment opportunities to international candidates, much like yourselves here in Australia. So the training aims to help our candidates with a special focus on international candidates to successfully navigate the uncharted waters of the Australian and global job landscape. And since our establishment in 2019, our training program has helped a significant number of candidates such as yourselves successfully land entry-level jobs in the field of IT. Now, as you can read in the slide, our success rate stands at more than 98%, and you can say almost 100% success rate, especially for data analytics. Now, one of our primary goals of the program is to help candidates navigate the Australian job landscape and by default, the global job landscape without wasting your finances, your time, or your energy. Our program provides a direct beeline from point A to point B. Point A being where you are and point B being the job. So it was developed by industry veterans who know the landscape like the back of their hands. And the program is devised to take care of the candidates at every single aspect in both practical training as well as behavior skills. So in other words, you can say that our training program is going to enable the participants or enable you to develop both the technical skills as well as behavior skills to be able to become a good and valuable asset to the employers or companies who are looking to hire. Now, moving on to the Job Ready program. It is usually a 10 to 14 weeks program, but in this case, it is a 12 weeks program as the course duration of the data analytics course is 12 weeks, 10 weeks dedicated to business and data analytics and logistics, and then 2 weeks dedicated to AI learning. So in essence, our training program has two major components by which it functions, as you can see on the screen.
Thank you.
The first component is the course itself, in this case, the data analytics course. And the second component is career counseling. So in the program, so how the program works is that once you enroll, you first will do the 12 weeks practical training. Like I said, 𝐿𝐫𝐺 is going to be a trainer and he is going to cover the practical training parts after me once I finish my slides. And then once you finish your 12 weeks training, you are then going to be moved to the second component of the program, which is career counseling. So now in practical training, you're obviously going to gain the technical skills, but the aim of our program is to make you a good asset, and that includes behavior skills as well. So as such, your behavior skill training is going to be covered in the career counseling sessions. So as you can see on the screen, in the career counseling sessions, we are going to cover your resume building elements, your cover letter building elements, your LinkedIn profile elements, all of these things. We are also going to conduct mock interview sessions and then help you with drafting professional and business emails. And one of the major highlights that the career counseling session that we provide is that assistance is going to be given to you until you land the job. In other words, there are no time limits, no matter how long it takes, or, in our case, how short it takes, until you land that job, we are going to be helping you. Now, let's take a look at some of the benefits that we are going to be providing to you, benefits of the Jobberry program. Let's see. Number one, live and personalized learning experiences. So, unlike pre-recorded courses on platforms like Udemy and what else is there, Skillshare, our Jobberry program is offering personalized attention and tailored learning experiences. So what this means is our trainer is going to be able to adopt the content, and he's going to be able to pace the content to suit your individual needs, and he is going to provide you with focused guidance based on your strengths and weaknesses. Now you can make an argument that why not just pay for Udemy, why not just pay for Skillshare or other online learning platforms like that. But one of the backsides to that is that if you get stuck somewhere, you're learning the course and suddenly you're stuck somewhere, you just, the course is saying one thing, but the actual practicality is another, and now you're stuck. What are you going to do in such a situation? You cannot ask the trainer because there is no trainer. And then on top of all of that, you have to do additional research. You have to figure out how to navigate it now. So in all of these things, in the Jobberry program, this negative point is completely eliminated. Live session. And in live session, you can ask directly questions to the trainer, directly interact with the trainer, directly ask questions to him, directly seek clarifications, and then receive immediate feedback. So this sort of dynamic interaction is going to deepen your understanding of the subject matter, and it is going to boost your learning process. And also another benefit is on-the-spot problem solving. So in the Jobberry program, what we provide is if you encounter any sort of roadblocks or challenges while you're learning, you can just quickly seek help from the trainer instantly. So this sort of instant support can save you time, it can save you frustration, and it is going to enable you to progress very smoothly through the materials. Number two, as you can see, both online and in-person attendance is available. So now, whether online classes are better than physical classes kind of depends on the individual preference and specific circumstances. But in our case, both formats have their merits and both forms are available. In-person attendance, you can attend, like it's available for those candidates who are in New South Wales and those who can visit our office in Hurstville. And for others, candidates who want to join online, they can join online as well. And at the end of the classes, candidates, like everyone is going to be given access to class recordings. So you can do revisions as well in your own time. And number three, 6 months leeway. What does this mean? So what this means is if you join our course, but for whatever reason, you cannot attend the course anymore, for whatever reason. Maybe you have to go abroad, maybe like you have to move, maybe this, that, or whatever the reason is. In these sorts of cases, what you can do is you can put your account on hold for 3 to 6 months. And within this time frame, you can rejoin the course again without having to pay any sort of extra charges. Number four, there is no program limitations. So, like I said, this is perhaps one of the best benefits that we are going to be providing to you. No program limitation means that once you join our program, you will be under our wing, essentially, until you land a job. This means that we're going to be helping you, we are going to be guiding you, no matter how long it takes. I mean, it doesn't take long once you get the training, but, in a manner of speaking, however long it takes, we'll be helping you every single step of the way. Number five, course heavily kind of focuses on real-world projects. So our Jobberry program emphasizes practical hands-on learning through real-world projects. So what does this mean? This means that there is no heavy theoretics like universities. When you go to university, you learn about the history of AI, who invented AI, who was this person, who was that person, all of these heavy things. All of this is completely eliminated. Instead of all of that, we will provide only the basic practical training that, real world simulated scenarios, which are actually happening in the workplace right now. So this reduces the burden of heavy theory learning as well. And obviously, last one, class recording. Like I said, you'll be provided with the recording of each class so that you can revise at your own pace according to your preferred time after the class ends. So now, speaking about potential job opportunities of data analytics, as you can see, obviously, it has been gaining a significant traction across various economic sectors, and not just in Australia, but globally. The scope is very, very vast, Its applications are extremely diverse. It impacts industries and organizations in many different numerous ways. For example, in finance, banking, healthcare, what else? Life sciences, retail, e-commerce, marketing, advertising, telecommunications, manufacturing, supply chain. Even in government sectors, there is a very, very strong emphasis on employing data scientists, data analysts, and others related roles. So what they do is they harness the power of data for business growth and for societal benefits. So the scope of data analytics in Australia is continuously evolving, and many advancements in technology and the growing importance of data-driven decision-making nowadays has really made professionals in high demand. Employment rate is also on an upward trajectory. I think 𝐿𝐫𝐸 is going to be saying a lot more on this later on when he talks about it as well, but this is just a very short overview that I wanted to give to you. Okay, so now we'll be talking a little bit about why to choose Extratech. Obviously, you can say there are tons of free YouTube courses. Domestika ads are going to be like you have seen Domestika ads come on, like Domestika courses are there, Udemy courses are there, even Skillshare courses are there, and so many of them are almost like free as well. So why would we even bother with Extratech, you may ask, which is a valid question. I will answer this now. Okay, first one, why you should Extratech is that our curriculum is created by industry veterans. So it is designed by experienced industry professionals who have like in-depth knowledge of the field. So the advantage of this is this ensures that the program covers relevant and up-to-date topics, providing you with practical skills and knowledges that are actually in demand in the job market at present. And number two, principal foundation of the program is to help international candidates. So the program's core mission, our core mission of Extratech is to support you. That is the end goal. And we also acknowledge the unique challenges you might face in job hunting and adapting to a new work environment. Obviously, international hiring process is completely different to local job hunting process, like in Nepal, for example. Interviews, meetings are harder. And as an international candidate, navigating all of this is going to be super difficult. Okay, let me tell you a little bit of a short story or life story of our founder, Binod Kunwar. Binodji is the founder of Extratech. And he used to tell us, like, when he first started in Australia, he could not find a job in his sector, in the IT sector. He gave like over hundreds of interviews, didn't get one callback. And then after that, he had to start working as in the housekeeping sector. But with hard work, nothing is impossible. And right now, Binodji is the leading pioneer in the Extratech Oval International Cricket Stadium construction in Nepal as well. Maybe you have heard of this along with the news and everything, along with being the CEO of Extratech here in Australia. So why am I telling you this story? It's because I want our students, our Extratech candidates, who are all mainly international candidates, here in Australia. Some are from Nepal, some are from India. We have students from Bangladesh, some are from Bhutan as well. Majority countries are from Southeast Asia. I want them to know that even if things are difficult, with our right guidance, you can definitely enter the IT job market and earn a lucrative salary. Our entire focus of the training is that we tailor our teaching services to address the specific needs of international students or professionals. And obviously, number three, help and guidance until the candidate lands a job. So, unlike some other learning platforms, our program goes just beyond just providing the education. It offers ongoing support. It offers guidance throughout the job search process. And after you learn all the necessary skills, we will help you with correctly answering the technical questions that Australian HR people are going to ask you. We are going to guide you on what to say it, how to update your resume with AI optimization, how to brand your LinkedIn profile to make you the best candidate among the pool of other candidates. And number four, it is a great choice to build networks at Extratech. So our program provides opportunities, you can interact with your instructors, mentors, fellow participants. So building networks like this during the course can definitely open the doors to potential job opportunities, collaborations, professional growth for future as well. And finally, number 5, there is ample flexibility and cooperation. Our program is designed to accommodate the busy schedules of our candidates. With flexible learning options, you can balance your studies with other commitments, and cooperation from the instructors and support staff ensures that you are going to get a very positive learning experience with us. Okay, now let's quickly talk a little bit about what the software or tools you are going to need for the classes. We use Microsoft Teams. Yeah, so Microsoft Teams is a platform that provides like a shared workspace where members of the team can chat, they can like share files, they can collaborate, hold virtual meetings. It's basically like WhatsApp. We're going to use we used to use Skype before, but recently Microsoft is shutting down Skype, so everyone is kind of migrating to Teams. So you will need to use Microsoft Teams. It is free to download, and once you enroll with us, we will add you into the dedicated team chat group, and then you're going to be added to the chat. Your instructors are going to be there, your fellow members are going to be there, and you can chat over there. And then lastly, the AMS. So the AMS stands for Academic Management System. Once you enroll in the course with us, we will provide you with the credentials to the AMS portal. And then over there, you can access class recordings, resources, materials. All of these things are going to be in the AMS over here. All right, so these are the things that you need. These are some of the frequently asked questions. We will have a Q&A session after the presentation is over, like towards the end. And then we will revisit the slides again later. But for now, I would kind of like to hand over the presentation to 𝐬𝐫𝐫𝐸. And then he's going to cover the practical training part of the course. All right, over to you, 𝐬𝐫𝐫𝐸.
Thanks, Neha. Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes.
Okay, perfect. I'll give you my introduction. My name is Saurabh, and I'll be your instructor for this course. Currently, I'm working with ING Bank. I'm working as a customer insights analyst. But I've been like in the analytics industry for almost 13 years now. I worked 4 years back in India as a SQL developer. Then I did my master's in data analytics from University of Sydney. Then I worked for NBN, then Sydney Trains, Westpac. I worked for a startup company, and then I've been working for the last 2 years with ING Bank. So that's my overall professional journey. And I've been with Extratech for more than 4 years. I think in 4 years, I've covered almost 20 to 25 batches. That's my intro. I've got a small presentation for you guys, which will help you to understand what data analytics is, what you're going to be learning in this course, what are the skills needed to be a data analyst, what is the future of data analysts in Australia, and how AI is impacting your jobs as well. And in the end, as said by Neha, we're going to have a Q&A. So I'm going to share my screen first. Give me a moment, please. Okay. Let me know once you all can see my screen.
Yeah, we can see your screen, 𝐬𝐫𝐫𝐸.
Okay, perfect. Let me just go on the first slide. Yep. So as I said, I'll be talking about what is data analysis, what are the skills needed to be a data analyst, why this data analyst job is so much in demand, what is the job market in Australia, and what you'll be learning in this course. And also, Sujit, do you have something? Okay, I'll continue. And then introduction to AI and what you'll be doing in this course. Does anyone know like what data analyst do? Anyone has any idea on it? Any guesses what a data analyst do? You can come on, you can try to answer. Okay. If not, I'll explain you. So we have a different kind of problems. For example, if I'm working in a bank, uh, I've got also different kind of problems we've been solving. First is to uh, have more and more customers. Second could be giving better services to our customers. It could also be kind of retaining our customers because a lot of time customer goes to different banks. When I was working with Sydney Trains, we had different problems like making sure the trains are running on time and making sure there are less incidents happening on the network. when I was with NBN, we have a similar thing like how to roll out the network. So different problems are there, and how we answer those problems, we answer those using different data sets. So what we do is first we collect the data from different sources. It could be databases, it could be Excel, it could be cloud. Once we get the data, we use different tools to clean up the data and do some changes to the data. Once we have done these three steps, we perform the data analysis, and then we report our findings to our stakeholder. So in a simple, we have a problem, we get the data, we clean and transform the data, we do analysis and share our findings. So that's a key job of a data analyst. Now, what are the key skills a data analyst should have? The most important is SQL, which is structured query language. Uh, then bit of a data modeling concepts. I'm sure you must have heard about Excel or must have used as well. So Excel is also important. After that, critical and business thinking, that you should have a knowledge of business domain and how business works. So that's important. And you should have an analytical thinking as well, like how to solve a problem. You should. Then Python, data visualization tools like Tableau, Power BI, stakeholder management. So stakeholder are the people with for whom you work. For example, if I'm working, my stakeholders can be development managers, business managers. So those are stakeholder for whom I work. So in a business, stakeholder management is one of the key skills to have. Then how to manage a project, presentation skills. As I said, once you do your analysis, you have to present your findings to your stakeholders. So data analysis is not a very technical job. A lot of people think there's a lot of coding, there's a lot of new tools. No, it's almost 40%, I would say, technical, and 60% is more about your critical thinking and how you look at a problem and how you solve it. So it's not a very technical job. That's why it's very easy to learn as well. Anyone from any background or zero coding background, they can still learn. Okay. Why this has been growing so fast in last 8 to 10 years? One of the reason is that there's so much of data for the companies. Like we use so many apps, we are always online, so we get giving so much of data, and it's becoming difficult for companies to handle those data. But they can get a lot of information from that data. So that's why they are a lot of need of lot of data analysts as well. There's a shortage of skilled resources. There's a shortage of data analysts. If you look here, McKinsey Global Institute says that it will be a shortage of around 190,000 data analysts in next 5 to 10 years. Salary is great. Average salary in Australia is around 80 to 90,000 as a starter. X factor, that's just more like it's a very cool job. Another thing is democratization of data scientists, which means that earlier company was not taking decision based on a data, but now all the companies take decision based on the data. Even small companies or startup. If you see any company like even KFC, McDonald's, Kmart, Woolies, all have data analysts. Earlier, these companies never hired data analysts, but right now, even in health sector, everywhere you see, they have data analysts. This is very important, low entry barrier. As I said, you don't need to have a technical background or you don't need to have a coding background. Anyone from any background, even if it's commerce, medical, any background, you can still learn all the skills needed and start your career. Omnipresence, which means even outside Australia, you go anywhere in the world, you will find a lot of jobs. And there are many different roles. It's just not data analyst. I'll talk about these roles in detail. Uh, okay. Plus, this is the old data, but I'll show you the current data. This data you can get on Seeking as well. If you go on the website Seek. So this is current data. Let me just refresh. Let's see what is the current data. Yeah, so there are around 7,915 data jobs in Australia, data analyst jobs, and typical salary is 100,000. And in 5 years, they say it's going to be growing by 23.2%, and job satisfaction is 4. So it has got a great future. And as I said, these jobs are growing as well. What you see on this is a old screenshot when there were 2,800 jobs, but now there are more jobs in Australia. Okay. Uh, there's also another report, which is this report comes from the Australian government. If you go back and you can Google this, you will find this Australian government National Skill Commission report. And it's a big report. I mean, I don't want to go through the details, but it talks about emerging occupation identified by National Skills Commission, and data analytics is one of those. So even as per the Australian government, data analytics is going to be an emerging occupation by the National Skills Commission. So this report is available in Google. If you want to like study in details, you can. It's a 12-page report, but I'm not going to go in details. Uh, there's another survey which was done by HRD, which is Human Resource Detector, and was talking about 25 emerging roles changing job in Australian job market. And if you look here, the first one, as per them, is data analytics, and second is health. So data analytics has got a great future. It's going to be growing in Australia. It's not like that. It's only for 3 or 4 years. In the next 5 years, they might be increasing jobs for data analytics. So it's the right time to start your career in that. Let me go back to thing. Uh, yep. So in this course, as I said, you'll be learning good technical knowledge, stakeholder management skills, project management skills. As said by Neha, we'll be helping you to design your resume, help you to prepare your LinkedIn profile, help you to apply with the jobs, appear for the interviews. So everything will be taken care, just not technical part, but also your professional part and also your journey to take a job. What roles you can apply? Like earlier, we only had data analysts, but now there are so many roles like risk analyst, supply chain analyst, environmental analyst, customer insights, and that's what I am right now for the bank. HR analyst, urban planner, gaming analyst, cybersecurity analyst, uh, BI analyst, data scientist, engineer. So there's so many roles. Earlier, there were only one role, but now every company has got these roles in there. Impact of AI. So see, because of the AI, a lot of things have been automated. For example, even at my job, when I want to clean data or do some, I can do it very quickly with the help of AI. So for sure, AI is supporting my job, but it's not like overtaken my job because AI cannot take decisions on your behalf, like tasks such as decision making, uh, ethical consideration, and communications of insight. This AI cannot do. And this is one of the key job of your as a data analyst that you have to take decisions, you have to communicate your insights. So that cannot be done by AI. So that's there. So as I said, like AI could help you to will support you to do your job, but it cannot take a data analyst job. One of the key reasons is it cannot take decisions on your behalf, and also ethical considerations. And another thing is with AI, you're not sure whether data will be safe or not because like data is very important to keep your privacy. You see, there was data hack happened for Australia Super. So one of the key thing, if we use AI for data analysis, is our data safe? Is it That's the biggest question for the companies. And data privacy is very strong in Australia. So that's why AI will not impact too much of data analyst jobs. In this course, we'll still teach you about basics of AI, which could help you to build your foundation. And in future, if you wanna go towards your AI, these knowledge will help you a lot. So we'll be teaching you what is machine learning. We'll talk about different classification and regression in machine learning. There's algorithm of supervised and unsupervised. So we'll discuss about all the machine learning algorithm. Then we'll go and talk about deep learning and where to use deep learning and where to use machine learning. We'll talk about those. Then we'll talk about neural network architectures. Your chat GPT and other these models are based on neural networks. Generative AI, you all know generative AI. Everyone is using these days. Like when you type an email, it starts giving you suggestions of that generative AI. LLM example, everyone knows chat GPT, and also we'll talk about how LLMs can be built. Then NLP is natural language processing. One of the biggest example is your Siri or Alexa or Google. When you talk to them, they understand your language and they answer you. So NLP is based. So we'll discuss how NLP is working. And then in the end, we'll talk about embedding and vector database because all these are based on vector database. These technology doesn't work on a normal database; they work on a vector
लैपटॉप हो क्या?
database. So we'll talk about these. So in this course, we will have a proper AI and we'll give you this knowledge and that will help you to build your foundation. Uh, that's from my end. Uh, if you have any questions, anything you want to ask, feel free to ask me. I'm happy to answer any kind of question you have. So please go ahead with your questions and tell me. Any kind of a question, go
Yes,
ahead.
Saurabh, one of the questions usually when people inquire to me is that I have absolutely no IT background. I'm not from an IT background. I usually am from accounting. Now I want to jump into IT. And for someone like me, is it possible if I take the course and will I be able to do it, or are there any sort of prerequisites required for this?
To be honest, you can be from any background. As I said, data analytics job is not very technical. Like it could be 30 to 40% technical, but 60% is how you look at the problem and how you solve it and how you talk to your. If it was a 100% technical job, then probably AI would have been your replacement. So it's not that. And when you come from any background, it's easy because the tools we use for the data analysis like Excel, SQL. SQL is a very English language. Like when you will see the code like, scripts, it's very English language. And these days, you have these, like as I said, AI tools to help you to write those query. So you can be from any background, just not commerce, from any hospitality or a medical, and you can still learn those skills. So because it's very easy to learn these skills. These skills are not very complicated. Especially tools are quite straightforward. Okay. Yes,
Uh,
I.
yeah, Ayush is saying he's got some questions.
Hello, am I audible?
If you can be a bit louder, Ayush.
Hello.
Yep, go ahead.
Um, I've got few questions. Firstly, I want to start with the normal or casual. So, I want to ask you what makes the Extratech different from other institutes who offer the same course with the same promises or the same model? Because I have done research for some time, and I have found that some institutes also offers the internship on the curriculum. So, uh, what makes Extratech different from the other institutes who offer? Because I found that there are lots of institutes and lots of Facebook ads also pop on my feed. So I just want to know what makes it different.
Okay. Uh, See, I mean, I have no idea which institutes you have gone through, and very difficult for me to compare with them, but I can tell you things which we offer, and that could help you. So first thing is, for example, as I said by Neha, that this course is not limited to your like 3 months. We give you almost a 1 year of services, and you can like suppose you're doing a course and you want to take a break and then you want to come back. We offer that services as well. Secondly, I can talk about myself. I have been in this industry for 14 years. I have given you my LinkedIn. Just see my network. I have got a huge network of data analytics, a lot of HRs, a lot of recruiters who are in my like network. So it's a lot of people times when recruiters are looking for a job, they reach out to me directly. If you have any candidate, you can refer to me. So that's another thing which makes it a bit different, I would believe. Third is I only can focus on those things which are relevant to Australian market. I mean, as a data analyst, you can learn so many things, but for Australian market, not everything is relevant. That's why, like, I mean, you want to learn data analyst, you can go and learn it on what do you call it, Udemy and all. But Udemy will teach you so many things which are not needed in Australian market. So I just focus on things which needed on Australian market. And when I focus on those things, it becomes very easy because the things needed in Australian job market is very uh, easy to learn. So that's the third thing. And fourth thing, as I said, like, I mean, uh, we are available for you for 12 months. And as well, I said, like, we have online services as well, and we have face-to-face as well. So those are the things which probably we offer you. Uh, I'm not sure, like, if you want to do a comparison on what basis you want to do compare, I cannot do that comparison for you.
No, I don't want any comparison, but um, I must be assured that Extratech is the best institute that I'm going to learn.
Okay, I'll tell you one thing. Uh, there's no bad institute. It also depends on you, Ayush.
Yeah,
It's like a gym. I mean, you just pay money to the gym and you think your body will build up. No, you have to work hard, really. You understand, Ayush?
yeah,
Yeah. So it's not like that you just, if you feel that you'll just pay the money and you will get a job, that's not going to happen. To be honest, you have to work hard as well with us, and then only things will happen. Right. So if you have that mindset that, okay, I'll just pay the fees and I won't do any hard work, then probably I would say it's not gonna. We cannot do magic for you. You have to do the hard work, right?
yeah.
And
I
then we are
got it.
100% to guide you correctly, to help you out, and we are there till you get a job. That's our assurance. But if you don't do the hard work, then we cannot do anything, right? So it has to be as I said, we have to be together in this journey. It cannot be that I just work hard and you don't work hard, or if you just work hard and I don't work hard. We both have to work hard together to make you start your career.
Thank you very much. And I've got uh, two more questions. And my second question is, Does being a uni student and college student make difference during hiring or resume selection?
What do you mean by uni and college? I mean, both are
Uh,
the same thing or not?
just mean that I, I came to the uni as a data science student just now,
Mhm.
and
Okay.
and I'm not used to that their curriculum. Just like it's
Okay.
actually
I got
messed
it.
up, and I want to change to the college. So if I go to the college, will there be any effect on my hiring process? Because I have heard that uh, they give priority to the university student first. I've heard from a
Okay.
lot of people. So
I do a lot of hiring myself as well. I take a lot of interviews as well. And to be honest, we don't focus too like we are not too much worried about what education you have, okay? Because you might be a very good topper you might be very good in you might have got very good marks, but that doesn't mean that you know everything, right? So during the selection process, we are not worried about your college or your marks. It makes a very minor contribution, like maybe 1 or 2%, but majorly we see your resume, what skills you have done, what you know, and what projects you have done. So in this course, we also do 3 to 4 projects as well. And then in the interview, they question you to know you. So it doesn't impact you. I mean, for example, I have done my master's from one of the good university in Australia, which is University of Sydney, which is in G8. But nobody in the interview ever asked me like from which uni you are. Okay, never ever they ask me from which uni you are. So that's not going to make a difference. You have the skills, they'll hire you. In Australia, it's like that. It's not like India or Nepal where you have a top college degree and they'll hire you. No, in Australia, they hire you for what you know and what you can give to them. So it's not going to make a huge difference.
okay, so as I already told you that I have just came to Australia and I'm studying Masters of Data Science at Macquarie, but most probably I'm gonna change to the college. So if I study now the course, data analytics course, will that be fruitful to land a job early than my course finishes, or if I can get the part-time job, will they hire part-time or something like that?
Okay, so see, when you are in uni, you can do part-time jobs or you can do internship. And as I said, like you do this course now, so you have a like because you're already studying as well. So I think this will help you to build your strong foundation as well, and you will have enough time to, for example, when you finish up your course, you'll be actually looking for a job full time. But if you do your job right now, sorry, you do this course right now, what happens is by the time you finish up your course, you're well prepared with your interviews skills, your resume skills, and your LinkedIn and everything. And you have a good network as well on LinkedIn. So that helps you to like find your job very quickly. Okay. And if you wait for your course to finish, then you start this course, then you got another, like you might be wasting another, not wasting, but you'll be spending another 3, 4 months to learn new things. That's what my suggestion to you
Yeah.
is.
Uh, but my actual my main purpose is do companies hire part-time also, because I can't work as a full-timer during my study period. So
A lot of companies do hire for internships, and a lot of companies do hire, as I said, for a part-time or casual jobs. A lot of startups in Australia they do it as well. Big banks would not do that because banks usually prefer permanent employees. But a lot of startup companies, a lot of online things are there. There's one company I know which usually hires students for part-time or casual jobs for a data analyst.
okay, thank you very much.
uh, Ritika has, and everyone, I have shared my LinkedIn on chat. So if you want to connect with me on LinkedIn, please feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn. So Ritika has a question, which is, are the projects real world projects? Yes, these are real world projects. One of the projects you will be doing will be based on the government project, which is based on the Victoria government project you will be doing. Also, would you take course and certification add up to our profile? No. No certification gonna help you because I know, see, if you're gonna do Coursera, I can just play the video, come after 3 hours, and my course is done. So these certification doesn't make any difference to your resume. So if you do, like, I mean, I get a lot of resumes, but we don't look at the certifications because that doesn't mean that you know everything. Even if you do 100 certifications, and these certifications, the problem with the certifications are there. very technical certification. They are not very analytical certification. They do not build your analytical skills. So you might be very good with SQL or with Excel, but you might not be able to solve a problem. And if you can't solve a problem, however good you are, doesn't matter. In the end, we need people who can solve problems or who can find solutions to our problems. You might be very good with Excel, but you cannot use Excel to solve my problem, then there's no point. And this is what we teach in the course. We doesn't want you to be technically expert. We want you to find how to find problems solution, how you want to be a solver to a problem. That's what we focus on this course. And as I said, you'll be doing 3-4 projects in different domain that will help you to understand business knowledge, how you work in the real world, how you update your progress. So the project will be very real time, like how we work in the company or in the office. Okay. And the last question is, should we select our project accordingly? I'll tell you how to select a project accordingly as well when you do in the course, because you all will do commons projects as well, and there'll be some projects which you will be uh, selecting as your own choice. Like suppose you want to work on a Netflix data set, you can take Netflix. You want to work on a like some shopping websites like eBay, Amazon, or if you want to work on a like a food industry. So there are a lot of things which we will select. So whatever you want to work on, we'll help you to do that. Not relevant, but is data analyst a good PR pathway? And what is the difference between data analyst and data science? Data analyst a good PR pathway? I'm not very expert to answer that, but I can answer your second part, which is the difference between data analyst and data science. Okay, data analysts are more focused on solving the problems. As I said, we need more customers. Why customers are leaving us? So we need those jobs are of data analysts. But data science is much more into like they design a lot of models. For example, we will as a data science, I'll build up a model which will predict that these are some clients who are mostly to leave us in next 6 months, or I'll develop a model which will say if we target these customers with new products, they are most likely to take it. So data science is more based on like forecasting or building those models which predict some bit of a future of customers' behavior. Okay. That's why data analyst, a lot of people get scared when they say Python, but Python is actually not needed too much in data analytics. It's much needed in data science. So that's why data analyst job is very, and first step should be that if you become good in data analyst, then you should jump to data science. You should do in steps. For example, I did data analyst and now I move towards data science and AI. So my first 7 to 8 years were mostly as a data analyst. Okay. So that's how I would say. It's more like if you want to drive a car, it's good to start from a like start from a cycle, then you start to go to a scooter, and then you go to a car. You can drive cars straight away as well. That's not a problem, but that's like kind of a step you do. Okay, Ritika.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
Yes. Any other question anyone has? Please feel free.
Yes, Saurabh. I got a question. It's just in regards with the same question that Sushant has got on the chat.
Mhm.
As like Sushant, I'm not an IT background, and I'm currently working in the in the health sector.
Yeah.
And with these, with the data analysis thing, mostly the SQL thing. What are the basic idea that we need to have
Nothing.
as a student,
You have to
not from the
come.
IT background? So
Okay.
it's more curiosity and too many
You have to
questions
come
whether we will.
as a clean slate. It's very easy to learn. I'll start
Mhm.
from very basics and I won't jump to SQL first. I'll tell you what database is, what is the concept of database, how
Right.
we do. So you don't have to be like very worried what you need to learn before. You do not need to learn anything. You just have to
Mhm.
attend the classes. You have to participate in the classes. Do not watch
Sure.
like when you're in the class, do not just treat it like a Netflix show that you're just watching and listening. Try to
Mhm.
participate in the class. One thing I encourage everyone, please do not live with doubts. Ask me any question you have. Even if I explain you can't understand, then say sort of try to explain it in much more
Sure.
simpler way.
Sure.
I'll
I
explain
think
it.
I think
So,
as I said, being not an IT background student, we might have a lot of questions with with
and
those
that's what I'm
programmings
saying.
and
And that's why I'm encouraging, like, do not
then.
see when you're doing this course, just worry about yourself. Do not think what
Yep.
others will think. You are here
No,
to
no.
get your success. You're not here to get
That's
group
right.
success, right? You are here to have
Yeah,
your
yeah.
success. So do not
Right.
feel that what others will think. You have a doubt,
Mm.
ask me.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you have a
sure.
doubt. And what I do also, like when I teach, in the beginning of the class, I say any questions, any doubts from the yesterday's class. Then when I teach a topic, then I say any questions, any doubt, even in the end. So I'll give you a lot of chances. So, but yeah, if you don't ask me, then it's a problem.
Yeah, yeah, it'll be a problem.
Yeah. So
So with
you,
the learning thing, as maybe I might be attending all the courses online. So what are the things that I might need to have? Like, do I need to get a proper laptop and everything?
just a Windows laptop would be best.
Windows laptop will do.
That's all.
Right, sure.
Yeah.
Thanks. That's all from my side.
Yeah. There's a question from Kiran. Is there any issue with the gap in my job history? Uh, See, in Australia, it's not a issue with a job, because if you see, in Australia, a lot of people take career break, and even if you go to LinkedIn now, LinkedIn has an option of adding career break right now. LinkedIn has added that functionality. Earlier, LinkedIn didn't had this, but now LinkedIn also have that you can add your career break. So in Australia, it's not taken as a bad thing. It's just taken as a good way that you wanted to take a break, you want to develop your skills, or you wanted to analyze what you want to do in future. So it's not an issue at all. Even I myself have taken sometime 3 months breaks or 6 months break as well. So it's not an issue. A lot of people in my office have taken more than a year break. So in Australia, that's not a concern at all. If you have the skills and you can do things, they're not worried why you've taken the breaks. Everyone in Australia takes break. They encourage you to take breaks sometimes from your career, just to make sure that you have upgraded your skills or your will like sorted in your life. They don't want to do work under stress. So it's good to take some breaks, Kiran. That's why LinkedIn also have this option, a career break option now. Okay.
Thank you. Yeah.
Ayush says there more emphasis, emphasis on presentations, because as far as we need to make dashboard. And talking about myself, I have words in the mouth which I cannot see. Ayush, you're 100% right that you will have to talk to your stakeholders. And as I said, stakeholder management is a very important skill. So in this course, you will be giving presentations. I will be asking a lot of time questions to you. So the way I'll teach, it's very interactive, that you have to answer. But yeah, if you decide that, okay, I won't want to speak, I cannot push you, but I would always encourage you. I'll kind of motivate you to speak. And here I also tell you like why you have sometimes difficult in expressing your ideas. I know the problem, because even I come from a country where English is not a first language. English is like in India, we speak Hindi. So coming to Australia, I know sometimes it could be a bit difficult to express your thoughts in English straight away. You might have that thought, but sometimes you cannot, like as I said, you cannot put it in a right way. But in this course, we will be focusing on that way as well. So as I said, in this course, technical will be there, but I will mostly focusing on your day-to-day skills, like how you talk to your stakeholders, how you understand your requirements, and that's where you'll be focusing much more. Because when you go for the interview, they don't ask too much of technical questions; they ask such kind of questions. So that's where I'll be focusing much more in this course. But as I said, you have to do the hard work as well. You have to participate as well. You have to also ask questions. You have to try to answer things. So you have to do that as well. Okay, Ayush.
There's another question from Ritika as well. She's asking like,
Will we also do some
yeah.
exercise of critical thinking? Ritika, all your exercise will be based on critical thinking. I would never give you anything which doesn't require analysis. So every task you do with in Excel or SQL or Tableau, it will be all critical thinking. Okay, so there will be nothing which you can do straightforward. Even when I'll give you some assignments, I'll have some like your test in this courses, and in those courses I'll say you can use ChatGPT. Even with ChatGPT, you won't be able to do that because you need to think. So that's why what the task which I'll do, I'll allow you to use ChatGPT if you want to. But I'm sure with ChatGPT also you won't get, because a lot of students have tried and they're not able to get it. Uh, does that answer your question, Ritika?
Yes, thank you so much.
So Shushanth says, what about Python? What do you mean by what about Python? I'll be teaching Python in this course. Yes, Sushant, I'll be teaching Python in this course as well, but my focus will be only on data analytics requirements. Like for the Python, you need to understand pandas library, so I'll be focusing on those. Yeah, from the very basic. I'll start from very basics, like what are variables, what is Python, and then from basic to your data analytics. Everything will be starting from zero. I'll be starting that you have no idea, you have never heard the word Python, or you never know. So I'll be starting from that level that you have no idea. So everything which I'll be teaching you will be from very basics. Okay. Uh, is that Sushant? Do you have any other question, or is that fine? Okay. Who is this R? Do we get initial training at work once we are hired, Drew, or we work independently? You don't have to worry. Whenever you work in Australia or in any companies, you get a lot of support from your team members, your managers, and everything. You don't have to work independently. Nobody works independently in any companies. Even I don't work independently. In a lot of times, even I have to ask a lot of things. So I ask my team members, I ask my managers, and I'll tell you how to ask. That's a very important skill to ask things, because a lot of people doesn't even know how to ask to your team members. So that's also I teach you, like how you should always ask a question to any of your team members or your managers. You cannot just go simply to your manager and say, "Oh, I'm not able to do this." This is not how you talk to your, like you ask for your help. So I'll tell you those things. But answering your question, you never work independently. You always work with a team. Okay. Any?
I have one other question.
Yep. Go ahead.
Usually most of the candidates are asking, like, is it easy for me to get a job in New South Wales as opposed to other states and territories? So can you talk a little bit about the job market in terms of states and things like that, like in New South Wales as opposed to Tasmania, or maybe, something like that?
Okay. Easy. That's easy. Let's 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Yeah. So I'm just trying to have a link. There's a link which tells you how many jobs are there in each state. If I find that, I'll just give me 1 second.
And Saurabh, can you talk a little bit about like basic level salary as well for entry level roles in data analytics if you're just starting out?
Okay. Yep. I'll just, yeah, that's what I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna share my screen quickly so that, yep. Is my screen visible?
It's visible, but it's blank. Yeah, we can see it now.
Okay. So
No,
this
it's
website,
blank again. Okay, no,
okay.
we can see. Sorry, yep, we can see it.
So you can see
Good
the
to go.
Seek website. One second. Do you see the Seek website screen, the screen?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So see what you can earn as a data analyst. Your job starting is from 19,000 to 110. That is from one, like this is data is of 1st May. So that's how much you can earn. And if you talk about hourly salaries, it could range from $65 to $85. If you want to see in some other states, let's say in ACT, it is 70 to 75, and annual salary in ACT is 90 to 105. New South Wales, 90 to 110K. If you talk about Western Australia, 85 to 100K. Which else you would say? Let's say if you talk about South Australia, 90 to 110K. So on an average, your salary would be between 80 to 110K, depending on your states, but it doesn't matter too much overall. Okay. And as I said, like overall job opportunities are 7,915. The main jobs would be in, as I said, let's 1 second, let's say in ACT, how much it is. In ACT is a bit less because ACT has got like 349 jobs, but let's talk about Western Australia. There are 614 jobs in Western Australia. And if we talk about where is South Australia, They are 360. So see, mainly your jobs are in New South Wales and Queensland. I mean, like if you talk about South Australia or Western Australia, the thing is there are less jobs, but there are very less, what do you say, applicants as well. They don't find people. A lot of time, South Australian, Australia people hire people from New South Wales because they don't find a lot of people. So you have to be, you don't have to worry in which state you are. ACT can be a bit difficult because sometimes there are mainly citizenship jobs. But the good thing with the data analyst is a lot of time you work from home. So sometimes even if you are in some other state, you can get a job in New South Wales or Victoria or somewhere else because a lot of time you work from home only. So that's the good thing with data analytics job that, for example, in my bank, I only have an office in Sydney. ING only has an office in Sydney, but we have people in Melbourne also, and we have people in Brisbane also, and they work online throughout the year. So that's not an issue. Okay. Uh, Kanchan has a question. What should one do if they feel their critical thinking skills are not strong? Do these exercises support the development career in Kanchan? I mean, see, as you practice and solve more and problem, your critical thinking increases. It cannot be like on your day one, your critical thinking will be 100%. But as you solve more problems, you understand like how to look at the problems. What is your first step to solve a problem? And that's how you develop critical thinking. And even at this stage of my like 13 years of my career, sometimes we come across problems where uh, we spend a lot of time in just thinking, how can we solve this problem? So it's not like that uh, every time you'll find the answer straight away. Sometimes you have to take your time, you have to give it a bit of more time, understand, and then it just comes with practice and more problem you solve. So in this course, that's what I mean. You'll be doing a lot of practice, and that will help you to build your problem, like critical thinking. And the problems you'll be solving will be all real world problems, like which I have faced in my career, like maybe in Sydney Trains or Westpac or NBN. So I'll be giving you all real world problems. Okay. Does that answer your question, Kanchan? Yep. Anyone has other question for me? Feel free to ask. Don't live with a doubt. The first thing as a data analyst, you should ask questions. That's the first quality of a data analyst, that they should be. Do we have to write SQL query ourselves? Yeah, you have to write on your own. You can take help from your like these what do you call it, AI tools, but you have to write queries on your own. And trust me, SQL is very English language. When you start writing code, you will see it's a very English language. Okay, it's very English. I'm again sharing my LinkedIn. If anyone wants to add me, can go ahead. Anyone has question for me?
Hello.
Yes.
I want to share my things. I finished my public health in 2016 in Nepal, and I pursue here master by research. And I worked 6 years in the same field in like a United Nations, USAID, and some other organization in the research field in Nepal. And I used to use the software like the Excel, SPSS for data analysis, and EP data for data entry. But the thing is here to in master of research we need to use like R programming, like 𝐬𝐭𝐴𝑣, and I want to learn something more about the Python and SQLs. So I'm not the IT background, and I want to jump in the data analysis in health sector. How can I add my experience in data analysis?
Yeah, so we'll be teaching you SQL and Python and all the tools you need for data analyst. Doesn't matter you have a different background. Mostly you've worked for different organizations, and so you shouldn't be worried. And just to give you a bit of a thing, even I'm not from a technical background. I was from electrical background. Okay, so my education was in electrical, and then I moved to data analytics. So it's not that difficult, to be honest. And in this course, yeah, we'll be teaching you SQL and all the visualization tools like Tableau, Power BI, and Python's basics as well. And we will give you a lot of domain knowledge, like business knowledge as well, so that you have a good understanding. Okay. Yep. For course curriculum and course. Yep. Okay. Any other question anyone has? Anyone?
Saurabh, can I just take over for a second?
Yeah, sure. Sorry. Go ahead, Gaurav.
Hi, everyone. This is Gaurav from Melbourne. I just like to add a couple of things about why you need to choose Extratech, or how we are different from other institutes. Maybe I'll just quickly touch on that topic. I use maybe that will clear your queries. So first thing, Extratech is one of the pioneer institute in training session like IT trainings. So we established in 2019. So since 2019, we have been serving provided training almost like those students who already got a job from Extratech. The number is more than 1,500, and those students are already into the senior position. Okay, first option is, the first reason is we are the pioneer institute. Okay, and second is the networking. Those students who got a job from Extratech, they already working in the senior positions. So there is a high chance that you'll get a reference from them. So some of them in a hiring position, which is the reason, even if you apply job, if you just tell them, okay, you have done a training from Extratech, or we'll work it out in career counseling session, so no need to worry about. But there is a reference option available for all the students from Extratech. Okay, and we have a very good networking. As I mentioned, we have a Teams group. Previously, we used to have a Skype group, and we'll communicate. We will have a connection with all the other students. For example, it doesn't mean that if you are connected with any accounting student within that group, if they have any job vacancy for data or business analyst, then definitely they will refer you. They will post in the group, hey, we have got a job as customer service analyst position at our company. So there is another reference, right? The third thing is there will be career progression. So when you are doing a job change, or if you want to progress in career, we are always there to help you. And I don't think that other institutes are working on that. Another reason is we have a UT recruitment. So we also do recruitment for the companies. So whenever some companies approach to us and say, hey, we need the people from different fields, from IT, accounting, cybersecurity, data, we do hiring as well, right? So that is another reason the Extratech is different from other institute. Okay. Another reason is other institute is just a business, to be honest. Okay. I'm not blaming anyone, like everyone is business over here, but we are more than that. Okay, it's still a kind of business, but we are more than business, because as Nehazi already mentioned, Extratech has Extratech Oval International Cricket Stadium. So we are building the cricket stadium in Nepal, so which is a part of community work. So that's why we are not just a business. So we are more than that. So that basically separates us from other job ready program or other institute. Okay, and ongoing support for all hours. It doesn't matter whether you just get a job in 2 months, 3 months, or 4 months. Even though if you come after 1 year and say, hey, I want some career progression, I just need your help. So we are definitely helping you. So I think that's separate Extratech from other institutes. I guess I used I believe I clear out your queries. Is there any confusion on that?
No, I just asked that question because we also want a bit of hope from your side also, because
yeah, definitely,
a bit of hope
because
can only boost our confidence and it will just makes us more curious. So I just asked that. Yeah, it's pretty clear, and about that stadium in Nepal. I'm also from Nepal, so it's really good to hear that.
Yeah, and also one thing, I can't guarantee, but most of the other tutors from other institute are our students. Yeah, you can do some research. Doesn't matter whether it is IT, accounting, any other data. Most of the students, most of the tutors from there are our students. Okay, so that's the reason. If you wanna learn from the some expert like Saurabh, or you wanna learn from someone who has got 3-4 experience in IT industry, so it's up to you, right? Again, I'm not 100% sure about that, but because I know other institute as well very well. I've got a lot of my friends over there, so I can ensure that we are one of the best institute in IT job ready program. So yeah, if you have any confusion, Nehaji has already provided email address. So any confusion, email at info@extratech.com.au. We are more than happy to help you. And yeah, I hope we will see you at some point. Good. Over to you, Nehaji or Saurabh.
Thank you, Gaurav.
Neha.
Thank you. Saurabh, is there anything left to add? Like we're reaching the end of our session.
Nothing to add, just that next Tuesday we'll be starting the classes, and we'll have 2 classes. I think you've shared that information. I've already given my LinkedIn, so anyone wants to connect on LinkedIn for any kind of question, you can reach out to LinkedIn, or you can reach out to Extratech. You have Gaurav, you have got Neha. So anyone. Yes, Ritika, it's going to be every Tuesday and Wednesday, 6 to 9. And one day we'll be having face-to-face, and one day we'll be having online. People who are in other states, like because I live in New South Wales, so I can only have face-to-face with Sydney students. But those people who are in other states, they can join online both the days. Yep. And yep, as I said, does anyone have any question? I think, yeah, over to you.
Yeah. All right. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Gauravji and Saurabhji, for the presentation. I hope that all of the queries and questions that we have about Extratech and the course has been cleared. But if you do have any further queries, or you want a bit more information about the curriculum and things like that, you can just email us at info@extratech.com.au. I've sent the link on the chat as well. Or you can just go to our social media pages. You can find us there, or you can directly email us. You can call us anytime. But yeah, I just want to say thank you so much, everybody, for taking the time to sit down for the presentation. And I hope all of you are going to have a great evening, and we hope to see you soon into our program as well. All right. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. Have a great evening.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.